Hello, welcome to the driving impressions part of my Smart Roadster Coupe 10 years since purchase video. I'm just trundling down a very narrow Devon country lane. If you want a more of a point of view version of this video, I'll hopefully have footage from this dash cam. So I'll put in, oh goodness, there's a pickup coming the other way. Let's see if I can get in the edge. Yeah, okay. One of the advantages of having this car is it is narrow, and you can, if you live in the countryside like me, and you're on one single lane roads, you can get into the hedge and get past. That was a pickup truck with a trailer, so it was reasonably wide, and this is a single lane. Anyway, but while I'm trundling down to the main road, oh, and another car here, I will stop. Oh, there's a point there I can go, they're stopping, that's good. Okay, it's all going on here. Rush hour. Okay, so thank you. Sorry, lady. Okay, yeah. Your clutch is okay. It's a little bit steep in this part. Now, one thing you can actually see on the video, I think, is the end of this stalker dome end. That had cracked and fallen off. It was interestingly, it was a funny bluish metallic-y colour or something. Anyway, I bought a new one, which was available at the time, but I think I can feel. Maybe I can feel a crack in the back of that one, I'm not sure. Anyway, that's a replacement. Right, I'm just coming down to the A road, and this is a river valley road, so it's fairly nice and twisty and good for this type of car. It's not a fast car, don't get me wrong, it is not fast at all. It's a lightweight car, it's only just over 800 kilos. So, right, hang on, let's see what's going on. Only over 800 kilos, so, which is great, it doesn't go through tyres quickly at all. Right, okay, here we go. And I'm in manual mode. And that was full beans, automatic upshift. And I'm in third gear now, as you can tell. It's an automated manual, and a lot of people hate that. I love it. It's of a time, you know, there'll be a point in the future where we'll say, oh yeah, that 10-year window when people were making automated manuals, and now we've got rid of them. And if you bought a Ferrari with an automated manual and you manual swapped it, as in you changed the control mechanism for the clutch to a pedal, etc., you may well regret it. I think I just love this experience. I mean, it's not as brutal as, say, an Aston Martin V8 Vantage with an automated manual, which, you know, if you're up changing on that, it'll really slam you. This one, yeah, you get the nodding donkey effect, but it's not too bad. So that was an automated down change there, because I've just come into a 30 limit. It can do 30 in fifth gear, but I just dropped under 30 slightly. I'm going to take it easy through here because there is a car and a truck up ahead. Anyway, the automated manual, I love it. You have to know how to drive it, so you're not going to ruin your clutch, but I've probably said that in the other video. You don't want to be creeping on it, you will overheat it and ruin it. I had my first clutch at 100,000 miles, and I think that was the first clutch the car had, because it's a lightweight car, so it's not going to use much clutch. But now, as for the driving experience, the gearing on the steering is very low. It's basically your typical smart car gearing, so it's, you know, you can do that, it'll respond, but it's not a fast response. Sure, you've got 205 45 15s, 205 45 16s, but so in theory the tyres having a small sidewall gives you good responsiveness on turning, but you've lost that by the low steering gearing. So you do have to twiddle the wheel quite a bit at low speeds, and it's, you know, so it doesn't feel necessarily that sporty. The suspension is reasonably firm, so yeah, it does respond, you know, it's great. So I'm just doing a down change into fourth there. I've left the limit, down change into third, and I'm going to floor it a little bit. It is a damp day. We've had a lot of damp days in England the last few months. Things. Anyway, the car is going to its new owner tomorrow, so we'll see. So I really didn't have much chance left to do this video. Now, just do that. You can hear that shift change. So that's changing me in second. Now I was probably exaggerating the nodding donkey effect there, and coming up behind this truck. So I'll tell you what, I might pull over if I have a chance, and I'll show you something about the roof mechanism. So you've got tiny sun visors here, which is fine, but if you're going to take the roof off, you really need to be driving with a cap, because you'll get the sunshine at that angle, and if you haven't got a cap, you'll just be sun in your eyes. It's so a peaked cap, you know, a baseball type of thing. Anyway, but it's great for windy roads. It's not a fast car, as I've said. I mean, the 0 to 60 time is poor, but a lot of that is taken up with the shifts, because you're in 4th gear by 60 miles an hour. So actually, it's a fast car, except the gear shifts make it seem like it's a slower when you look at it on paper. So if you're going to overtake, you definitely have to plan it. So you don't want to be near the rev limit, because otherwise you'll upshift and you'll be going nowhere for 3/4 of a second when you're on the wrong side of the road. You really don't want to be doing that. So yeah, that's really important. So what's great, it's got plenty of low down torque. So you know, make sure you're in about 3,500 RPM. So I'm doing what speed am I doing? 40 miles an hour. I'm in 3rd gear. I'm doing just under 4,000 RPM, and that'd be perfect for an overtaking manoeuvre. So I had a bit more there, but the truck in front was braking. I wasn't that close to him. Anyway, so you do have to plan your overtakes. You definitely want to be in manual mode. You don't want to be in automatic. Roll up towards a roundabout and put your foot down to go across the roundabout, and your car downshifts just as you're trying to pull out, and you're left going, oh, just floating into the roundabout. You're completely vulnerable. So I totally recommend manual mode. You can drive it in auto, you know, if you're not up to it, but manual, just flapping the paddles. They're quite a nice feeling paddle there. Right, I'm just going to pull over for a minute here, get a bit of gap to that truck. Right, so I'm in a lay-by here. What I'm going to show you here, so there's a button on the left-hand panel you have to take out first, and you can just see this here. There's quite a substantial lever. You press a button, pull the lever, and then there's a here you press the button and you pull the lever, and there's one of these on that side too, and then you can lift the front of the panel up, and then you take the whole, you know, one panel at a time, so that panel first, lift it up at the front, and then you pull the panel out, pop it in the boot on the polystyrene holders, and then you take the right hand side panel out, and then pop it in. I reckon from sitting in the car to back to sitting in the car, it might take me a minute and a quarter. I haven't timed it. I probably won't show you. There might be videos on YouTube about it. Right, okay, let's get going again. So, standing start. If you put your foot down from a standing start, it will slip the clutch a bit more. Only if you put it right down through to the kick down part of the accelerator. So that was it was good fun. You know, you've got lots of gear shifts which make it fun. I hear about people owning Porsche Boxsters and Cayman, PDK, or no, manuals, and they're always in 2nd gear because the gearing is so high on them. I mean, the top speed on this car is, I think, 114 or something, and to be honest, it gets unstable at 70. So on the motorway, it's a little bit of hard work. 80, it would be right, oh man, I've got to really focus on this. You know, it's a lightweight car. You could say it's overtired with 205 16s. But it's a great look to the car to have that width of tyre on something this small. But it's great fun. So in fact, about 3 years ago, I did this very road on a 200-mile round trip to see my son in Plymouth, and then up through around here. Had a great day. It was in the summer, started at about 5:30 and got home maybe 8 o'clock in the evening. So, right, what's going on here? There's a pheasant in the road that somebody's actually stopped for. I didn't expect people to stop for pheasants, but anyway. We're in a lovely part of the world, to be honest, so I shouldn't complain. Oh, diesel. That was a horrible, well, a bus, a big double-decker bus, and it must have come through that corner and put its foot down because it was stinking diesel. But what's great is I've got a slider here just to cut off and put it into recirculate mode. Like I said, I keep the air conditioning on, so that's fine. Obviously it doesn't have climate control, but it does have air conditioning, so you set your temperature with the slider. So if you've seen my walk around the car and look at the cockpit, you might have seen that. So, right. Okay, well, I probably need to be turning around here, so let's see if I can do that. Yeah, there we go. Oh dear, potholes. This car is not great for potholes, but you'll be glad you haven't got a Brabus one of these with the 17-inch wheels. Get out in front of that lorry. Driving fast, dry roads, the rear can step out and it's very quick, so really you have to drive it within the limits. You would never consider choosing to drive this car by drifting it a little bit. You just would not, you know, it's... Okay, now there's another weak point. I've just done the horn, and there are 3 horn touch points on the steering wheel, and the horn operates through the same electrical circuit as the paddles, and what you can find is that the contacts on the horn don't work so well out of the paddle contact, and actually what you can do is you can end up with it when you use a paddle, it will beep your horn or such like, and so you have to use some electrical contact cleaner from time to time on those contact points on the steering wheel to keep the amount of resistance in those contacts low, because basically the ECU determines whether you're changing gear or beeping the horn by the amount of resistance that it's seeing on that circuit. So that's a really interesting one. It's great because you don't want too many, you want, well, you basically want one clock spring in your steering wheel. You don't want to have multiple electrical conductors coming into your steering wheel. So it's an interesting one. I don't know if it's common in cars or not, but it does cause problems for people. But a bit of electrical contact cleaner on this car in general for all sorts of things really does work wonders. So highly recommended accessory if you're going to buy one of these cars. It does have automatic door locking that you can't turn off. I mean, I can unlock the door by pressing a button on the dash. I didn't even hear it unlock, to be honest, so I don't know what's the deal with that. Anyway, but yeah, it's great fun. If you want your drinks holder, you have to recline your passenger seat, and the drinks holder, once you've reclined it forwards, not reclined backwards, brought it forwards so you wouldn't be able to sit on it, you've got a drinks, kind of just a dip for a drink to go, so you wouldn't want to drive with it there. But how strange is that, to have a passenger seat come drinks holder? Anyway, but I've loved this car. Like I say, I bought it 10 years ago. I haven't had it for all of those 10 years just to do with a weird thing, but I've had it for the bulk of them, and I've really enjoyed it. Economy wise, the worst you'll ever get is probably 45. The best you'll ever get is probably 60. You can have a nice day out and do 55 easily on a run. I reckon, yeah, 60 must be possible. I've not done a tank full at 60 miles per gallon, but it must be doable. You just have to drive it a certain way. And you want to get in 6th gear if you can, which is just over 40 miles an hour, because then your revs will be low, you'll be off boost, and it will work quite well. So do comment in the comments, have a bit of a discussion. do click on the links in the description or at the end of this video to look at my walk around of this car, or to see the footage from the dash cam, which hopefully is okay. It should be. It's a next based dash cam, and I can pull it off because it's magnetically mounted and put it in the back, rearward facing in my other car. I've got a couple of driving videos of my other car, a Citroen C6, if you want to see that, a petrol one, a very rare car. Like this one is getting rarer and rarer. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you want to just subscribe to the channel, you're welcome. It's mainly model car videos. There is a model car video of an 18th scale one of these, and I've even repainted it in spice red, which was the original colour of this car. And thank you for watching, and take care of yourself. Enjoy your smart Roadster Coupe, because I know you want one now. I've caught up with traffic, so there's nothing much to do now. Right, cheers, bye.